Hey everyone, my name is Riley, and in this video we will be comparing the Hostinger website builder to WordPress to help you decide which of these web building platforms is best for you and your website. Now, these are two very different tools. With the Hostinger website builder, this is a lot of an easier way to build a website. It's going to be quicker, it's going to be much easier for beginners, whereas WordPress, on the other hand, is a much more complex website builder. There is a lot more customization that you can do with WordPress. There are plugins that you can get from the WordPress plugin library. And although these are both website builders, the way that they work, the way that we edit things, the way that they are priced are very, very different. So the first thing that we are going to start out with, the first thing that we are going to talk about is the pricing of both of these tools. Now, we will start out with Hostinger because it is the much simpler priced of the two. And with the Hostinger website builder, if you want to get the best deals and discounts, you can do so using my partner link in the description. Right now, this is up to 75% off, and this makes Hostinger super cost effective. So if we go down to see the plans right here, we can see we have the premium website builder and we also have the business website builder. And essentially the main difference between these is with the premium website builder, we don't get access to AI tools or e-commerce functionality, but we do it with the business website builder. Aside from that though, the only other differences is we can build up to 50 websites on the business plan as opposed to 25 websites on the premium plan. We get 5 mailboxes instead of 2, and essentially everything else is going to be the same. We get a free domain with both of these, 24/7 customer support, 30-day money back guarantee, all of these different features right here. But the biggest thing that actually affects the Hostinger price is not actually the plan that you go for, it's actually how long you are going to sign up for. So in here, if we just go through with the premium website builder, we can see it right here. We can choose the billing period, and this ranges from 1 month all the way up to 4 years. From these options, the only one I would recommend not going with is going to be the monthly plan right here. And the reason for this is because the price just jumps dramatically. As we can see, $11.99 per month plus a $5 setup fee, and we don't get the domain included. Not a very good deal. Whereas even if we go to the 12-month plan right here, the way that this works is we pay this upfront. So as you can see, we pay 12 months upfront. We pay $40 for the entire year, and we get our website for an entire year. This is everything that you need to pay. There is no hidden fees. We get the free domain that is included, so that's all we need to pay. The way this works though is once you have had your website for the 12 months, it's then going to renew at the standard price, which is going to be $11 per month. Which is why if you know you will have your website for the long term, it's a better idea to go for the 4-year plan, because the way this works is we pay this upfront. We lock in that discounted pricing, the discounted pricing right here, for a full 4 years instead of 1 year before we move over to this monthly pricing right here. So that is the Hostinger pricing. Now, WordPress is very different because WordPress itself is actually a completely free tool. That is why we have WordPress.com and we have WordPress.org. So this is WordPress.org, and WordPress itself is open source. It's a free tool, but you can't put your WordPress website live and onto the internet until you buy hosting. Essentially, hosting is the server that allows your website to be on the internet, and you always have to pay for this. So this is what we pay for with WordPress. So that is WordPress.org, and then WordPress.com is where you can actually buy your hosting for WordPress. The only thing about this is it's very, very expensive if we buy this through WordPress.com. As we can see right here, WordPress Business is £20 per month and WordPress Commerce is £36 per month. And we can see everything that we get right here. The ability to install themes, premium stats, upload videos, install plugins. And then this version is going to give you the ability to do e-commerce. So this is why third-party hosting options like Hostinger are very popular, even if you want to build a WordPress website. So on Hostinger, we can see we have the Hostinger website builder right here. And on Hostinger, they also have WordPress hosting. And if we go into this, we can see that this is much, much cheaper than we are going to be paying on WordPress.com. And on top of this, this also includes everything that we need: the ability to install plugins, the ability to get templates, the ability to sell on e-commerce, even with this lowest plan right here. So if we go into premium with this, once again, we have the same layout where if we go monthly, this is still very expensive for Hostinger's perspective, but it's still a lot cheaper than WordPress.com, right? We're going to be paying 20 to 26 pounds this is as well, not dollars. So this is going to be even more expensive in dollars. Whereas with Hostinger, we can pay just $11.99 per month, which is still much cheaper. So all of this to say, essentially, no matter what you are doing, if you are using the website builder or if you are using WordPress, you want to host this on Hostinger. And as I say, for both of these, for both the website builder and WordPress, I will leave 2 different links down in the description so that you can get the best deals and discounts. Now, the next thing that I want to touch on is the ease of use between these 2 tools. And when it comes to the ease of use, the Hostinger website builder wins absolutely hands down. It's not necessarily the best website builder, it's just by far the easiest of these to use. So I've loaded up a brand new website, a brand new account on both WordPress right here and the Hostinger website builder. And I'll show you just how easy it is to create a website and get a template for the Hostinger website builder. So we have 2 options here. We can either go ahead and use AI to create a website. So I'm going to say Holden's Cafe, and I'm going to say create me a cafe website for specialty coffee based in London. We can then click on create a website right here, and it's going to build our website template with AI. And just like this, we can see that pretty much immediately this website has been built out. This is the template that we are given. We would need to replace this background image as it doesn't really fit. But as we can see, we have a beautiful and simple website right here. So that is the first option, or alternatively, what we can also do with Hostinger is we can go to these pre-made templates. We can see all of these different categories at the top, and then we can simply select one of these templates and go in and use this. So what we can do is if I just stick with the exact same thing and we go to restaurants, for example, and I choose this template right here, we can go in and it's super simple to edit the website. So we can simply drag and drop things around. We can click into the text that we want to change. I can change it to say Riley's Cafe, just like this. If we want to change the background image, we can go to the section, upload our own image right here, go down, add in different sections to the website. We can change the text just by clicking and typing. Same down here, we can click and type just like this. Very, very easy and simple to use the Hostinger website builder. WordPress is very, very different. With WordPress, you have a lot more customization. You can do more things with this. You can build a lot more advanced websites. There are certain things that we can add to the website that we just can't on the Hostinger website builder. But in terms of ease of use, it's a lot steeper of a learning curve. So for example, right now, if I don't install any plugins or anything like this, and I just go into edit my website, it's very tough to do. With the standard WordPress editor, it's not very fun. We can click into edit site right here and we can go to edit the website. We can't really drag and drop anything around, like it just doesn't work in the same way. As you can see right there, we need to go back. If we want to click in and edit the text, well, it doesn't work in the same way, right? We can't just click and drag things in. As you can see, it's just not a drag and drop website builder in the same way. It's a lot harder to go ahead and edit. So what we need to do on WordPress is we need to either install a certain type of template with a certain builder, or we can do this through plugins. So this is what I mean by with Hostinger, you can kind of just go and do this yourself. Like you could sign up today. It's very easy. You already know how to use the builder. Whereas with WordPress, you're going to have to watch a lot of tutorials. It's got a lot steeper of a learning curve. So what we can do is we can go into appearance over here. We can go into the themes. Then we can add a theme from this area, and we can choose from one of these themes that we want to install. And usually these are going to give us a much nicer website builder. So for example, we could go into Royal Elementor Kit. One thing with this is not every single one of them, but a lot of these templates are going to have different builders. So you might learn to use one type of website builder with one template, and then another template is going to use a completely different website builder. But what we can do is we can go into get started with the template kits library. Once this is loaded up, we can go ahead and install this plugin. And this is another thing with a lot of these website builders inside of WordPress. You're not going to get full access to this unless you upgrade, and these can be pretty expensive. So if we just take a look at Royal Elementor right here, we can see Get Pro. And do we have a price on this? We can click into this and find out. Yeah, as we can see, this is going to be $50 per year if we want full access to this. Of course, this is not a thing on the Hostinger website builder. It's just out the box. We pay for this upfront, and then there's no additional add-ons like there is with WordPress. But essentially what we can do is we can click into this, we can import this template kit and drop this in, and then we can go ahead and visit the website. Now this has been installed. So as we can see, this has now been installed. We can already see that this is a much nicer looking website. There's just more going on here. We have these beautiful animations, and these are just things that we can't do inside of the Hostinger website builder. But now we have this specific website builder installed because we installed that particular theme. Now we can go in, and this is a much nicer website builder where once again, we can go down, we can click into these different areas, and we can actually change what this says right here. So in terms of ease of use, the website builder wins. In terms of customizability and what you can actually do with this, of course, WordPress is going to win here. Now, the next thing that I want to touch on is, if we just back to WordPress, is going to be e-commerce functionality with both of these tools. And this is probably not going to be very surprising, but the way that e-commerce works is essentially how the rest of the video has worked. Where with the hosting a website builder, this does have e-commerce functionality, but it's a lot more basic. Whereas with WordPress, there is a lot more things that we can do in terms of e-commerce, but it has a steeper learning curve and it's a little bit trickier to do. So just to show you how easy this is inside of Hosting Up, all we have to do is add the store right here. The store has now been added. We can then go into the products, add all of the products that we would like to add in once this actually loads up. So we can just delete these, add in all of the different products that we would like to add in, and we can sell these on our store. Whereas with WordPress, what we would have to do is go down to plugins right here, and we would need to install the biggest plugin for e-commerce on WordPress, which is called WooCommerce. And these are just things that you wouldn't know if you are a complete beginner, you've never watched videos before. You have to watch videos on this to even understand how WooCommerce works, because it's quite a complicated tool. But what we can do is we can go in and we can install this. And you'll see how many more options we have on WooCommerce once this is installed. So just like this, WooCommerce is now installed. We can go through and set up the store, but I don't really want to do this. We can just go through, and what I'll do is I'll actually go back to WordPress, but now we can see WooCommerce is installed. So right here, we can see all of our orders. We can go to the home area, and of course, we need to set this up. But we can get e-commerce on both of these tools. It just depends. Are you looking for simplicity and ease, or are you looking for a more advanced e-commerce setup? Then the final thing to touch on is just more of these plugins, because really the plugins that we have with WordPress are absolutely fantastic. Plugins are essentially third-party tools that other companies create, and we can install these onto the WordPress website. And the possibilities with this are endless. With the hosting a website builder, we can't really add any plugins, or we can't add plugins at all. It's essentially what you get out of the box. But with plugins on WordPress, you can essentially transform your website into whatever you would like in the craziest ways. So for example, we can download like restaurant delivery systems. So if you are creating a website, rather than just having a standard like cafe website where you can tell people we are here, this is what we do, you can actually allow people to order. And this is like a full ordering system where you can track your orders, you can send orders to the kitchen, you can track delivery drivers, and you can set all of these things up. Another example is like a car dealership. We can get car dealership plugins. For example, this one right here, that is going to allow you to turn your website into a car dealership right here. As you can see, this is really awesome. It looks super clean and absolutely fantastic. And as I say, these are just features that we can't get inside of the hosting a website builder. So overall with these tools, as long as we are hosting both of these on Hostinger, because we can host both the website builder, of course, on Hostinger, and we can also host WordPress on Hostinger, the price is actually very, very similar. So the main difference comes between what you are looking for. If you are looking to build a simple website and you want to do this in a fast, clean, and easy way, then the hosting a website builder is going to be by far the best option. On the other hand, if you are looking to build a super professional website, if you need features that you just can't get with the website builder, you are looking for more advanced customizations and a more professional website, and you don't mind the learning curve that comes with this, then WordPress is going to be the best option. So those are the differences between the hosting a website builder and WordPress. If you found this video valuable, don't forget to smash that like button and tap that subscribe button. And until next time, take it easy.